Megan Manson, it's interesting, quite a lot of evangelical Christians this morning looking at the text, very committed people to Jesus. They are saying that we're not a Christian country, and they bemoan the fact. I mean, we had Becca there saying we never were. Loads of different angles on this, Megan, and I think I know yours as head of campaigns at the National Secular Society. What's your answer to the question?
Well, thanks very much for having me on, Nicky. I certainly it is official now in terms of the figures. The majority are not Christian, so that's certainly true. However, it is the case that constitutionally we are Church of England, and that's one of the problems that somebody's already pointed out is the issue of having bishops in the House of Lords. Iran being the only other country that does this with its clerics, and that's a direct result of having the Church of England as our established church, our state religion. And frankly, these privileges seem thoroughly unjustifiable in the face that the majority of the population are not Christian, and they seem quite absurd as well. We now know that there's something like 37% of people in this country are non-religious, and I'd say plenty of those are living life very well. They're living it very morally, very, very ethically. They're clearly finding their morals from somewhere else.
Megan, there are a lot of Christians in this country, a lot of religious people in the country. Why shouldn't they have representation in the House of Lords?
Well, frankly, it's unfair that we have.
How's it unfair? There's a lot of religious people who want those principles upheld.
But why should they be assigned? Why should Anglican bishops be assigned? They should have their own clerics.
But Anglican bishops want other religions to be represented there. Maybe not shamans and Wicca, but they want other religions to be represented there.
That's the interesting thing. I myself am a pagan, and I do not feel represented by the bishops, and I think plenty of others don't either. So I think that's not true. I don't think they do represent that. And of course, there are the 37% who are non-religious, and furthermore, some of the points that they do lobby on, a lot of people do disagree with. So recently, they lobbied on telemedical abortion becoming basically easier for women to access following the pandemic, and the bishops voted against that, and they lobbied against it.
Assisted dying.
They block. Basically, they said they were of one mind on that, and they lobbied against that.
Isn't that a good thing that they are representing people who are stolidly against that because they think it contravenes the sanctity of life? Shouldn't those people be represented in a largely atheistic political culture?
Well, again, I don't see how it is democratic to assign clerics to the House of Lords in that matter, because essentially it turns into double or even triple representation, because lots of those bishops, when they retire from the bishop's bench, will join the House of Lords anyway. And of course, there are many members of the House of Lords and the House of Commons who are Christian, and they do vote on that basis. So it just becomes over-representation. And certainly now we know that Christians are no longer the majority. That representation is enormously disproportionate.